For our first assignment, we will recreate some icons. The icons that you will create will be based on the theme that you have selected. For this tutorial, I'm just going to use the sports as the theme. So first, we open up Illustrator. We create a new file. You can create that from the top here or create it here. And the size of the file that we are going to create is 5.5 by 3.5. And you can give it a name, icon, trace, something like that. And you can, of course, change that later. Create. And so let's see our page. Here's our full page. Let's get some rulers in there and zoom out a little bit. So there's our page. So the first thing we want to do is bring in our icons. We can go to File, Place, or we can just drag into the onto the page here. So, and then we want to align this. Align, make sure this is on Artboard, not Selection, so we can align it to the page. And we want to center it and center it this way. From there, we lock this folder so that, or this layer, so that we can't change it. And we're going to trace on top of this, basically, or draw on top of it. So, and we'll do that on this layer. Okay, so on this layer, we want to begin drawing these. And remember, you only need to do 3 for this first assignment. And you'll do 3 more later in the class. Feel free to do those now if you'd like. But you're only going to get graded on 3. So there's a number of ways, of course, to create these icons as you have learned from the different, using the different tools and processes in the Part 1 and Part 2 tutorials. So I'm going to use a combination, I guess, of the pen tool and just the circle tool. So the first thing I will do is put some guides in here. And so I will put a guide here in the center, and I can see that the center of the top of the cap and the center of the circle are a little off, and that's okay. And then we'll drop another one here, and one more, let's say right there, and I think that'll be good. Then we'll draw half of the cap, and we'll flip it, mirror it. So the first thing we'll do is draw our circle here. So click and pull it out from the center. And because this is not this in the center, we'll go approximate to the outer size. Or let's go inner. So right in the center for the thickness. And right now we have no color on our stroke, and we're going to give it something like something light that we can see. And that's fine for now. And so now let's draw this outer piece here. So we'll go to our pen tool, click and drag, holding my shift key. And then I'm going to curve this down to this line here and drag it up a little bit. And we can go back and fix that later. Just come on around this, go back to our guide. This is almost straight right there, so I'll hold my shift and bring that around to the center there, shift and drag straight out like that. Okay, we can see that's not quite perfect, and we hit escape. So what we'll do is we will get our direct selection tool, click this handle, bring it in a little bit, click this one, bring it up a little bit. I'm going to bring it up a little bit more than I need to, and then bring this over. And you're just kind of adjusting it as you see fit. You can also just grab right here and on the line and adjust it this way. But I prefer just to use the pen tool. Okay, we've got that half. We can make this a little bit better down here. Turn that curve a little bit, and that's good. Then we will draw this curve in here, and we will draw it out from the center here. And then we're going to go right to the line, click, and then escape, and then direct selection. And I'm going to select this handle and pull it out just a little bit, make that curve a little bit better. All right, and we got one more to do, and we will, because this is here, I don't want to connect to that, and I don't want to put a extra point here. So I will actually cheat right inside and then come down here. Click and drag that out. Okay. And then direct selection, and I'll go back up here and then put that in there. All right. Okay. So now we have those halves. And so all we have to do with this is select these. I'll need to select the center and transform, and click on this. Oops, let me drag this over so that you can see it. Let's bring transform out. Okay. And we click on this and we are going to flip this. First we need to drag and make a copy. So we still got it selected. We'll hold on the Alt key and drag that over. We will flip that horizontally like that, and then we'll just bring that, holding the Shift key, bring that right back in to match that up. And as you can see, the original drawing wasn't perfect, and that's okay. And so let's go over to our layers, and we can turn that off, and then you can see there's your cap there. We want to make our line a little bit thicker, so we'll select everything and go over to our stroke here and pump that up to 2 is fine. And we'll make that black for our final that we're going to hand in. Make that black. Turn off the layer that we don't need. And when you're done, actually, you can delete that layer. But after you have finished tracing all 3 or more of your icons, then you can export or save this as a PDF. So save as, select PDF, and save that. You can change the name here, and that is what you will turn into class. Also, don't forget to save your original Illustrator file so that you have that. You can go back to that and make changes as we will use these icons in our final presentation. Okay, thanks a lot. Let me know if you have any questions.